Why, hello there. We are the Vinyl Community Guncles, and it's time to review another album. That's how we do it. That's how we roll. That's who we are. That's what we're about.
Yeah,
Somebody,
true.
says that we're going to do this, and then we're, obligated to listen to an album and then review it. We take turns as to who is suggesting the album. And this time it was Richard, and he suggested that we listen to the Tom Robinson Band and Power in the Darkness. So, yeah, that's what we'll be reviewing today. We are the Vinyl Community Guncles. I'm Robert Fitton, along with Craig from Craig's Vinyl Plethora, Mike from Hub Tunes, and ladies and gentlemen, the man that was searching for new batteries with the lights out, and that's what he called Power in the Darkness, Richard from Calvin Wazoo.
That sounds right.
Oh my goodness.
Batteries for what, though? We'll leave that up to your imagination.
Yeah, I was just, maybe we don't want to know what, yeah. Okay, so Tom Robinson Band, not an easy name to remember. I kept calling him the Bob Ross Band. Happy Trees, it was like, I don't know. That stuck in my head. Bob Ross, Tom Robinson did not. So I had to keep going back to the notes and be like, what are they called? And then I saved them in the Spotify, and then I could go and look in there. But never heard of this band in my life. I believe they only did 2 albums, but he's done a lot. Like from what I read, I didn't do a huge deep dive, but I mean, it just starts off like right away with Up Against the Wall. I don't know what a Cortina is. It's a car, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
but I don't know what I should have looked that
the
up.
Clash mentioned that in the Jenny Jones song. He's got a
Yes,
oh,
they
they
did.
do. Okay.
Fuel.
Was it gray as well?
No, it was red.
Oh, it was a red Cortina.
It was just a popular cheap car at that time. Cheap.
Yeah,
okay, now I gotta just look at it. I will try to talk and look at the same time. I should have looked at what this car looks like. Cortina car.
I don't know that it matters.
Oh Lord, they're nice. Oh wow, that's fun. Anyways, I want to get one now. Okay, so Too Good to Be I mean, I don't want to go through all the tracks, but Ain't Gonna Take It. I mean, it's then you're realizing, oh, this is quite political. This is quite like everything that he's talking about. You know, you have the line, because abortion and the gay scene are meant for the rich. So only the rich can do that, be the gays and have abortions, I guess. Then you've got some seasonal tracks with Your Long Hot Summer and the Winter of '79. Then there's The Man That You Never Saw, and then you get to, Better Decide Which Side You're On, and it's so relative to today. Like, I mean, this is a track that you're listening to, and it's like, wow, this was 1978, right?
Mm-hmm.
That this and it's like it's kind of shitty that there's the same topics are at hand. And then we have, of course, they talk about the gay revolution again, and this is as far as we get. But that's a really good song. This whole album, I don't feel like there was a bad track. I feel like it just kind of flowed like perfectly. Enjoyed it way more than I thought I was going to, just simply because I'd never heard of them, and I didn't know what I was getting myself into, which is really, when Richard picks an album, we never know what we're getting into. And that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. But yeah, this was just enjoyable. The guitars, his voice, everything. And then you have the closer, Power in the Darkness, which is the title track. It had that like kind of funky vibe to it. It was just, again, very political, this record is. It was just very, and relative to today. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I might actually try to seek it out. I don't know what it goes for. I didn't really look, but
it's not expensive.
It's not okay, probably because they're so unknown. But yeah, like I said, only a couple albums. I don't know if the next one is any good, but this is really, really great, and I'm gonna give it 4.5 rainbows.
Well, I had also never heard of the Bob Ross Band, and
How did I miss this record? I mean, it's like 1978. It's a little punky. It's a little poppy. It's great. I went and bought it.
Oh, you did?
I
Okay.
love this record, man. And yeah, I bought it, and it was $15 used. Yeah, and it's the version we all have. Yeah, this is kick ass. I don't know how I have no idea how this went right over my head. I've never heard of this. Nothing. It's great. I love the opener, The Long Hot Summer. The Great Cortina's great. But then they kind of slow it down with like this, with Too Good to Be True. It's got that keyboard in it. I was like, oh, this is weird, but it works. It's totally different than any other song on the record, but it works. It's a great song. I Ain't Gonna Take It. That's awesome too. Up Against the Wall closes out the first side there. It's awesome. The whole thing. Winter of '79. The seasonal songs. Yeah, You Gotta Survive. Power in the Darkness. You know, the title track. And like Craig just said, man, this is it's a very political album, and everything they're singing about, it's today. It is so relative to today. I was blown away by some of the lyrics, and just how it's pretty scary. It's really scary. I loved it. So I went out and bought it. I did listen to, because this has the expanded,
Right.
like you guys have, and I went onto Spotify or iTunes to see like what their most popular song was. I figured it'd be something. It's this song 2468 Motorway. That song sucks. That is an awful.
Yeah, I listened to it once. It wasn't that
Oh
great.
my god! And even I'll be honest, that Glad to Be Gay, that's not a good song either. It's fine. It's better than the 2468 Motorway. That song is absolutely horrible. But man, this album kicks ass. It absolutely kicks ass. I'm giving it 4.5 rainbows. I love it. Great. Thank you. I can't believe I've never heard this.
So yeah, I had heard of this. The first time I ever heard of the Tom Robinson Band was in a music trivia, and it was one of those board game type things. I don't remember exactly what it was. It might have been Musical Trivia Pursuit or something. I got it for my birthday, because I was always getting games for my birthday and Christmas that I could never find anybody to play them with, because I was teenager at home, or 13 or whatever. And one of the questions was, who had the controversial song in 1978 called Glad to Be Gay? And it was just like, what? Somebody had a song called Glad to Be Gay? And the answer is the Tom Robinson Band. And from that moment on, I'm like, what is it? I got to find. And of course, this is the days when there's no internet. You just can't go, oh, what's this song about? Click, click, click. Oh, and 15 seconds later, you're hearing the song. So it took a few years for me to finally hear that song. And I want to say it was, I don't remember exactly how I heard it, but I heard that song and I was like, like Mike, I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay. Kind of burlesque, not burlesque, kind of a cabaret kind of song sounding.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like any song on this album. And it was just like, oh, okay. And then I kind of forgot about them for a little while. I get to college. I get the huge Rhino CD set of punk rock and post-punk and new wave stuff that they put out. It was like 15 CDs worth. I got it all for free because I was on the college radio station. And that has the song 2468 Motorway. And so, again, it's like, oh, well, this is whatever. 2468 Motorway, the little white lines, and whatever. And it's just kind of like, and so I found this finally after that, probably about 10 years ago for $2. And thought, you know what? I should own this just because it's, a piece of, like gay history or whatever. So it's $2. I'm going to pick this. It's got 2 records in it. We just reviewed record 1, but this actually comes with a bonus record with those 2 songs on it and a couple of others. The album, the proper album is really where it's at. And and I'm seeing on here that it's produced by Chris Thomas and engineered by Bill Price. Iconic, they did the Sex Pistols album. Chris Thomas produced, Pretenders, and so I'm like, I wonder what this is all about. And played it, and I'm like, man, why aren't any of these songs singles? What?
Mhm.
And it's that typical 1978. Immediately after the big punk explosion in the UK of 77, it's a little bit still got the harder punk edge, a little more melodic, a little more post-punk direction, very political, like everybody's saying. And when we first started this channel and first had the idea, I don't think we had the idea right away that we were doing these album reviews like that. I think that came a few months later. But as soon as we started that, I'm like, and we thought that every album we reviewed was going to have some sort of gay related whatever. I'm like, okay, well, we've definitely got to talk about this. And it never happened. I don't know why, but I always meant for us to review this. And I think you guys nailed it. Very political. The only thing that you guys didn't mention is the song Too Good to Be True always weirdly reminded me of Moondance from Van Morrison.
Oh.
It's the same kind of
also a political song
melody, but yeah, all these themes on here. I think one of the reasons a lot of people don't know about this group and why they're not lumped in with people that are also post-punk and very punkish UK 77, 78 is because they were, or at least he was, I don't know about the rest of the band, overtly gay and singing very gay rights is like mentioned in like at least half the songs. Yeah. And he does sing them though from the point of view sometimes as like the oppressor, like he's taking on the character of the oppressor and singing, you guys won't have your rights, and this is, you just wait, the fascist whatever is going to come and take, that kind of thing. We'll put you in your place type thing. So, but I think that the reason is people were not ready for this. You didn't really mix gay with punk like this. Gay was supposed to be, especially later on when the 80s hit, gay was supposed to be Erasure and Culture Club and, things like that, Dead or Alive and whatever. It wasn't supposed to be this hard political, very outspoken, stuff. So I don't think it worked for a lot of people. A lot of people are not, want to be tough and want to be punks and, anarchy and, whatever. They're not going to be one to go, yeah, and gay rights, they're not going to want to do that. So it didn't work. And, but yeah, listening to it again, this is great. I'm going to give this, the thing about it is there's not a lot of variety. A lot of the songs do kind of sound very similar. I'm going to give this 4.5 rainbows.
I think the guitar work is kick-ass too.
Mm-hmm.
None of us mentioned it. There's some great riffs in here. He's a really good guitarist. Whoever, Danny Crusto.
Yes, he is. Yeah, that's what things that I had jotted down. Not so much about individual songs. It was about Danny Crusto because his guitar playing is so killer. Yeah. And it's really aggressive for the most part. But then he also knows on some of the songs, like Too Good to Be True, to kind of dial it back, to go into the mood of that song. Mm-hmm. But it's still, even that song has a killer guitar solo in it. Yeah. So, yeah, Tom Robinson Band, I had heard about them from some channel, and it might have been a live stream panel kind of show or something. And somebody had mentioned that the Tom Robinson Band was one of the earliest punk gay, overtly gay punk acts, and I did, in getting ready for this, that's what set me out to find it. And that's how I got the record. And I was looking, I asked, the AI or whatever, Google's AI, the first gay punk band. And the answer was always coming out as the Pansy Division. Now, Pansy Division wasn't until the 90s. And their style of music is camp, total camp.
Yeah.
It's I mean it's decent music, but yeah, it's camp. It wasn't political so much. A couple songs maybe, but wasn't political like the Tom Robinson band.
So what you're saying is you can't trust AI.
Right.
No one should probably use AI for anything.
Not even thumbnails.
No, not even thumbnails.
No, especially
So
not.
I tried to go back and see, okay, who were some of the early gay pioneers in the punk and post-punk scene? And even when you consider Darby Crash of Germs, their first album came out in 1979. So this came out in 1978. And actually the song Glad to Be Gay, he wrote that while he was with another folk act. So that was even pre Tom Robinson band. And then, the Au Pairs formed in 1979. But again, they're not necessarily overtly
Not political.
gay band.
Mm-hmm.
So, and even though they got together in 1979, their first album wasn't until 1991 or 81, excuse me. So, yeah, he in that respect, Tom Robinson was a major pioneer with this, and there was a lot of stuff going on in England. I mean, he was. You hear it in the music. He takes these scathing jabs at the National Front. There's a lot of mention of the National Front in there. The Clash did the same thing. Even the Police in their later years talked about the National Front. You know, about what's his name? He's got his hands in the Billy's joined the National Front. He's got his hand in the air like the other. It rhymes with anyway.
Yahtzee.
Or this really solid album. It doesn't have a lot of variation, but every song it's really good. It's he uses very formulaic song styles for the songs. There's nothing real truly innovative, but like you were saying, Danny Costello playing the guitar he is just shredding at times. He reminded me quite a bit of Mick Ronson in some of Ziggy Stardust era guitar playing. And then there's the I think I wrote the guy's name down. Yeah, Mark Ambler on the organ. There are a few songs where just some incredible organ going on.
I wish he was featured more.
Yeah, because he isn't. There's really only two songs where his organ playing really comes forward.
Yeah.
So let me see. He had a lot of records afterwards. I mean, there was a Tom Robinson band record right after this one, and actually when I bought this one, I saw it in a store in Chicago, and then that other record that came shortly after it was in the bin as well. And so I bought that together, bought both of them, and loved Power in the Darkness. But man, that next one, what a letdown. Very, very 80s pop direction he went into. And he did. After this one, Power in the Darkness, he kind of lost his edge. He wasn't, he'd be mildly political once in a while in some of his songs. But he just like lost the fire, lost the passion. And it, North by Northwest is the name of that next record. And Peter Gabriel apparently helped him on a few tracks, I guess, in that record. And then he was probably bi, because later he ended up marrying a woman and fathering a child. So his hardcore political stand about gay rights probably had toned down as well later in life. but it was certainly out of the punk movement. Because, all right, we're talking about the era of the Clash right after Sex Pistols. And then the other things that were going on in the LA punk scene with Germs. But like I said, Germs, you just had Darby Crash, who was just, he was an unpredictable, chaotic mess, but certainly memorable for all the things that he did. But they were definitely in that, and Wire at that time was really strong. But yeah, for some reason, people don't remember Tom Robinson Band in that one. He played at the Secret Policeman's Ball as well. So he's on the not the first one, but the second Secret Policeman Ball.
Is he on the records?
Yeah, I have that other. It's called the other Secret Policeman's Ball.
I have both of them.
He's on that one. He plays "Glad to Be Gay" on that one.
Really?
So
I'm gonna have to look that up.
But yeah, it's just he's just such a. It was such an interesting and good and rocking and solid and powerful record for that era that still holds up, like y'all were saying. I mean, the same. He could have been writing these songs with very minor changes in lyrics today, and it would fit right into what's going on today, at least here in the United States.
Yep.
So when I first bought it, I gave it four stars in Discogs, and I've been listening to it a lot again, and I kept thinking, man, this is. I'm gonna give it 5 rainbows because it just. I think the first time I listened to it, there was some inconsistency. I thought, well, there's some of the inserts, that come with it.
I don't need to write it down.
But
the inserts. Oh well. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the same one. So, and for some reason, it was only released as a single album in Britain and Europe, and then it was the double album here in the U.S. But yeah, anyway, glad you all enjoyed that, and
Absolutely.
It just, like I say, just an amazing, spot on in 1978, and the song 1979 was so predictive. He publishes this song in 1978 about the summer of 1979, and at least in Britain, that's when a lot of shit went down. Was in 1979. So it was weirdly prescient. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, no, great record, man.
Yeah.
So 2.5 in a row.
What's that?
This reissue, Rock Against Racism is the campaign supported by rock fans and musicians alike. They got a nice little blurb on the back there.
Yeah.
It's just reading some of this. This is really interesting.
And real quick, he does Glad to Be Gay on the Secret Policeman's Ball, the first one.
The first one? Okay.
Yeah.
I have both.
So
I
you
have
have
both
side
of
one.
those. I've never even noticed that. I haven't listened to those records in years.
Yeah.
Probably since high school.
All right. So keeping the theme of the 70s, we've been in the 70s with the albums for the last couple. So I'm going to stay in the 70s.
Oh, God.
And they are Kiss.
Oh boy.
And this is their debut album. You will notice that some of the makeup here is a little bit different than what they would go to later on.
Isn't there like a couple different versions of that though?
Yes, and I was going to mention the one that I would like for us to review and listen to is the one I grew up with. So you will see that this album has is it 10 tracks? I believe it has 10 tracks if you stream it, or if you have a CD or something like that. And we should, you should skip over. instead of just stopping it like you usually do with some of the songs that have bonus songs, you should skip over track 6, which is called Kissin' Time.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the original one that does not have Kissing Time. It's the one I grew up with, and Kissin' Time ruins the whole album. So, debut from Kiss, skip over track 6, Kissin' Time.
So then there'll only be 9 songs that I'm
There'll
listening
only be 9
to?
songs. The last song is Black Diamond.
Yeah, okay. This is what I remember from 1974 when I didn't even remember that Kissing Time one. I have
Not at least
absolutely no
another.
recollection.
That was put
Another
on later. Their
new.
management made them do that so there could be this kissing contest, and they could promote the band with a kissing contest that radio stations would get involved with all over the country. And I guess it did pretty well, and it was released as a single and whatever, but it's basically a cover version of, I want to say, Bobby Rydell. And it's the typical different city. We're kissing in Cleveland, and we're kissing in Miami, and we're kissing. Hey, everybody, it's kissing time. I don't really know the song that well because I never listened to it because it's awful. and I had the CD for years and years, and I would always just skip over. As soon as it started, I would skip over it. And whenever I do hear it, like it's playing like at the record stores and that song starts, it sounds so weird to me to have that with the rest of the album, because the rest of the album goes back to me being literally 7 years old. And then that song comes on and it's just like this weird thing right in the middle of this experience. And it's just like, what the hell? So yeah, no Kissing Time.
Another new for me. I've never listened to a Kiss album.
Really?
So.
And I figured we should probably listen to the best one. So this would be it.
Okay.
Another one of those bands that, their best album is the first one.
I mean, I obviously know a lot of their songs, but I mean, with Lick It Up being their best ever, of course.
Oh my God.
Can't you
Wait
tell?
a minute, how
Was
would
it
you know
Hotter
that's their
Than
best ever?
Hell?
You've never even heard this album. What now?
Was it Hotter Than
I've
Hell
heard the
released before
singles.
this one?
No, Hotter Than Hell's the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same year.
Yeah.
But if you're looking on Discogs, H comes before K, so they're going to list it first.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
Because Discogs, if the two albums are released the same year, they go alphabetical.
Oh.
Rather than date. Okay.
Fun fact.
Now you know.
Yeah. So
And knowing
next
is
time
half
it's
the battle.
Kiss from the band Kiss. Can't wait to hear what we all think about that.
I
I'm
can't
sure we are the
wait
VInyl
to
Community
know.
Guncles. Will we continue our winning streak of hugely rated albums like Little Feat's Dixie Chicken and Tom Robinson's band Power in the Darkness? Or will the bottom fall out with the next one? You'll have to tune in and find out. We are the VInyl Community Guncles. I'm Robert Fitton, and along with
Richard here at Calvin Wazoo.
Craig's Vinyl Plethora.
Mike at Hub Tunes.
Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully we'll talk to you again next time, when we will actually be, I forgot to mention, next time we'll be reviewing the tops and bottoms of 2009.
Yeah.
Probably a good reason I just forgot to mention that.
Yeah, there's probably a good reason. Yeah.
Yeah.